So the way this looks, I retrieve the tourniquet. At this point, I'm going to give it a good flick, right? The other thing you can do is I like to use the toe of my boot, see how quick that got it out. You can use a corner of something. You can use your weapon system. So I want to get this all the way undone. The next thing I'm going to do is create space. I can't use my arm at all. What I see a lot of times is when people practice tourniquets, oh, well, he said put a tourniquet on my arm. I'm going to put my arm out like this and go ahead, and you can't be doing that. You're setting yourself up for failure. So when you practice like you can't use your arm at all. Now, if you can, obviously, if you ever do get hurt and need this, I hope you don't. But if you do, then you have a skill set that you practice the worst case scenario. And if you can move your arm at all, obviously help yourself out. I'm gonna move my body. I'm not moving my arm, I'm moving my body. And I get it latched up here, right? So I swing it up here, use my thumb, I grab it like so. Notice just the tip. Remember I talked about just the tip? It's very important that the red part, the reason it's red is because it goes towards your heart. So we want to make sure it goes towards the inside of our body. If I was pulling this out that way, I'd have no mechanical advantage to get this tight. And I said the number one failure point of tourniquets is getting it tight, right? So now I get all of the slack out. I come over here, I wrap this around, and then I twist this rod, 1 to 2 to 3 times. I get that in the windlass. Now, am I done? No, I'm not done. So I look with my eyeballs and I see that the bleeding has stopped. The next thing I do is I check. And that's my verify. Check my radial pulse to make sure I don't feel a pulse. I do not want to feel a pulse because the whole point is if I have a pulse, I'm still bleeding out, all right? I've done those checks. Now I come up here, I twist it like a key. So you kind of do that motion. You go all of the way inside of the clip. I like to wrap it back around and go and try to feed it back through. And now it's secured.